Hello, everybody, and every all. Welcome to day three of the Basic Work from Home training program. Today, we have Coach Potato, Norbert Yap, um, who will be talking about freelancing basics and essentials. Take away the dance floor. ano?
May dance floor pala dito. Wait lang. Okay, so good evening everyone and welcome to our day 3, no? Day 3.
It's day three nila.
Okay, good.
Very fresh ang mga bata. Marami dito wala nga palang experience coaching.
Oh, okay. So thumbs up yung mga as in wala pa talaga kayong ka-idea ano ang freelancing, anong ginagawa natin dito, yayaman pa tayo dito.
Ayan.
So, ayan, thumbs up lang, ayan. Medyo madami-dami niya. And sino naman dito, smiley na lang para makita ko yung nandito na, nakapasok na sa pintuan ng kaharian.
Kaharian.
Ayan. So, meron din. Okay. Alright. So, what we're going to talk about today is freelancing basics and essentials. This is very timely, especially doon sa mga nagsisimula pa lang. Of course, we don't have any idea what's going on, ano ba yung kailangan natin prepare, how do I prepare myself, and ano ba meron dito sa mundo na to. Ayan. Just to be clear, freelancing is also an industry in itself. And just like any other industry, marami kang trabaho pwedeng pagpilian. Like for example, if you are in the healthcare industry, marami yan. Pwedeng doktor ka, pwedeng nurse ka, pwedeng, you call that med rep. Marami. So, just like any other industry, freelancing also has its own different pathways, different niche. So, at the start of your journey, you have to understand where you are going, what path you're going to take, because at the end of your journey, this is all about how you're going to master yourself. Not only your skills, but also the way you create your own career in this industry. Okay. Alright, so let me just introduce myself. My name is James. You can call me James. So I'm a freelancer since 2008. Magkakasabayan kami ni Mary Rose. Hindi pa kami magkakilala nun. Pero magkakasabayan kami sa industry na to when we started. Sobrang lost. Totoo yan. You will be lost along the way because hindi mo alam kung ano yung ginagawa mo, if you are in the right path. And it's about time for us, several years later, it's about time for us to give back to you guys, to everyone who would also like to take the same path as we did. And currently, I am teaching technical writing and project and operations management. If you are brave enough to enter those two classes, you are very much welcome. Why did I say brave enough? Because to be honest, it's not for beginners. But kung gusto mo talaga siya aralin, why not? I will share valuable insights that will help you hopefully makatulong sa inyong journey as a freelancer in this industry. So, a few house rules. Click on the raise hand icon, makikita nyo yung sa ibaba ng inyong screen. Alright? Click nyo lang yan if you have, if you want to speak or meron kayong question. And put yourself on mute, to keep the environment quiet para mas matitig nyo yung i-impart namin sa inyo tonight. And also, no need to ask permission if you want to step away, feel free to do so. Make sure that you will also come back as soon as possible para wala kayong ma-miss. And then actively participate. Number 4 is very important. Actively participate in the discussion. And then rule number 5, take note of rule number 4. And then rule number 6 is follow rule number 5. And rule number 7 is practice rule number 5 pa din. So, wala kawala. You have to participate. Clear? Okay, perfect. So, divide natin yung discussion because we are going to have this session for 2 hours until 8 p.m. tayo. So, kung medyo nagugutom na kayo, might as well as early as now get some snacks while we are at it. Okay naman yan habang mumuya kayo dyan. So, part 1, we're going to tackle the basics of freelancing. And then, on the second part, later on, we're going to do assessment. Assessment, hindi naman to test, wala kayong test mamaya. But it's more on how you know yourself, your skills, and how it will help you get started. Clear? Okay. So, do's and don't, maintain professionalism, set boundaries, engage in continuous learning. So, these things, ano nga ba itong mga to? When you get to freelancing, ito yung mga unang dapat tandaan. Because the fact that you are working in a virtual space doesn't mean that you are not required to exhibit professionalism. At the end of the day, you are still working in a professional environment, regardless if it's physical or virtual. You are doing transactions, you are doing business with your client. Therefore, professionalism is highly encouraged. Clear? Now, setting boundaries. We need to set clear boundaries and expectations with clients. So, let's say, for example, you already landed with a client. It will not be the same as pag nagtatrabaho sa corporate. Pag upo mo dyan sa desk mo, as long as ginagawa mo yung trabaho mo, kung ano yung in-applyan mo, kung ano yung role mo sa company na yun, within the span of the 8-hour period of your shift, you are good. Okay, you're good to go. You're hitting metrics. You're hitting quota if you're doing sales. So, in corporate, okay na tayo doon. But in freelancing, whether you are virtual assistant or what niche you're planning to take, setting clear boundaries with your client, setting expectations is very important because one of the things na mawawala sa inyo, sa work environment mo, when you switch from corporate to freelancing to virtual assistants, one important aspect of that workspace that will be taken out of the picture is the social element. What do we mean by social element? When you are in the office, pwede kang alam mo yun, sumilip sa kabilang cubicle, makapagchikahan, pumunta sa kabilang bay, kung nasa BPO ka, sa kabilang bay, magchikahan ka, manghingi ka ng cornic, manghingi ka na kung anong naitatago nilang snacks doon. Sino man taga-BPO dito?
Umorder ng spaghetti.
Umorder ng spaghetti, tocino, tapsilog, KKL, ayan.
Madalhan coach ng Avon na hindi mo naman in-order.
yung pagdating mo ng floor, may naka-order na para sa'yo. Ay, nag-raise ng hand. Sabi ka nito, si Maridel nag-raise ng hand. May question po ba?
Hindi, siya daw yung na-order.
Siya yung umorder. Okay, perfect.
Yata si Maridel.
Ayan. So, nakaka-relate kayo, di ba? Those are the things that we don't realize actually represents the social aspect of in a work environment. Nagkakaroon tayo ng friends, nagkakaroon tayo ng more than friends, nagkakaroon tayo ng someone else outside of our, alam mo na yun. So, mawawala yan because you will be interacting directly with your client at ikaw lang ang kasama mo, sarili mo lang ang kasama mo sa workspace mo. And that creates a little, I would call it a little bit of anxiety, uncomfortableness kapag nandun ka na sa situation na yun kasi parang may hinahanap ka sa work environment mo. So, wala ka nang kakapitang iba. Wala nang TL, wala nang STM teacher na pwede mong pagtanungan. And the expectations set by your client when they hire you to be on a certain role, medyo mataas. Kasi when they hire you, they expect that you can already do the work right off the bat. Kapag hire sa'yo, bibigay sa'yo yung task, ito yung gagawin mo, ganito yung gagawin mo. And then I'm expecting, as a client, I'm expecting for you to finish all of that in the next 4 hours, in the next 8 hours. Andyan papasok yung timeline, yung deliverables. And ikaw, na medyo hindi ka familiar sa pinapagawa ni client, anong gagawin mo? Would you be able to deliver? Now, how are you going to make your client na hindi mag-expect ng sobra sa'yo? Tell them that you have to be very transparent. Tell them that I am not trained to do this task, but I am very much willing to learn. If you can give me some time to familiarize myself with this task, with this tool, I should be able to deliver within, let's say, 8 hours instead of 4 hours. Will that work for you? That is setting expectations because clients did not, think na ang alam kasi nila pag ginag nila, alam mo lahat. But in reality, there is only so much that we can do, and that's why we are here, so that we can learn something new. Okay? So do set your expectations, boundaries, deliverables, and timelines clearly with your client. Now, managing your when you're in corporate, para ma-sustain mo yung financial needs mo. Now, when you get in this industry, you have to prepare. Tatlo yan. Prepare mentally, physically, financially. Why mentally? Nabanggit ko na kanina, marami kang mamimiss na bagay na hindi mo na ma-experience when you work from home. Compared nung nasa corporate. Physically, 95% of the time or much less, I don't know. Estimate lang, your clients are based USA, UK, Australia, Canada. Ang difference nyo is time zone. Napakalaking gap ng time. Gabi na sa'yo, umaga pa sa kanila. Doon pa lang magsimula yung araw nila. Hindi naman si client ang mag-a-adjust para sa'yo ng oras. Ikaw ang mag-a-adjust para sa oras client. What does it mean? Kung hindi ka sanay na nagpupuyat ka sa gabi to work, it's gonna show clearly on your health. Kasi darating dyan yung hindi mo kayang gising, ka kumihina yung resistensya mo, nagkakaroon ka ng, lagi kang may ubo, sipon, lagnat. Because your immune system is not used to you functioning when it's about time na dapat natutulog ka na. Because your body only responds to your habits. Kung hindi mo habit na magpuyat, your body will respond drastically in such a way na yung adjustment period is medyo mabigat kung hindi ka sanay. So, you have to prepare physically. Lastly, ito yung sinasabi ko, manage your finances meticulously. Excuse me, bulol po ako. I know that. So, disclaimer lang, kung medyo nabubulol ako, it's normal sa akin. So, pardon me if I slip a few times. So, um, when you get to this industry, make sure that you have financial capability to back up yung mga time na wala kang kinikita. Um, Ideally, dapat meron kang backup finances that will get you through at least 3 months. Kung kaya ng savings mo, 6 months. Because during this period, 1 to 3 months, yan yung paghahanap ng client. Yan yung isa sa pinakamabigat na part ng pagta-transition sa freelancing. Yung paghahanap ng client. Pag-a-apply. And during those period, walang pumapasok na sahod sa'yo kasi wala ka pang client eh. So, puro gastos. Try to think how much yung nagiging expenses mo in a month, bills, food, groceries, transportation, gas, kung may sasakyan ka, at kung ano-ano pang bayarin. Kung magkano yon in a month, dapat meron ka nun to sustain yourself until such time na meron ka ng client. Alright, that's very important. Um, ano yung mga don'ts? Don't overcommit or take on more work than you can handle. Siguro naririnig niyo yung term na what do you call that? Fake it till you make it. Ano, it's an old phrase among the people in this industry, and it's very rampant sa mga baguhan na they fake their resume, they fake their skills, they fake their certificates just to look good kay client. Um, it will it will work for you at the beginning, siguro maniniwala yung client, but once you get onboarded by the client, like I said, expectations are high. Now, if you are not prepared, you don't have the skills to back up whatever you said in your resume, whatever you said in your portfolio, you don't have the skills to back it up. Therefore, you're overcommitting, and then you're taking more than you can handle. And that's bad. Not because hindi ka na pagkakatiwalaan ni client, but it will reflect on other people just like you who are also starting in this industry. The client, not not in general, but some client will shy away from hiring Filipinos because they had that kind of experience, and we don't want that kind of connotation na nandadaya sa skills natin. All right, clear? Now, don't stop marketing your services once you have steady clients. Keep networking. So may client ka na, let's say after a month, after a week, mabilis ka nagkaroon ng client, titigil ka na. So may client na ako eh. So kampante ka na. No. Continue to market your services once you have a client. Why? Bakit kailangan ko pa rin i-market yung services ko? All right. This is different from moonlighting. What does moonlighting mean? I-research nyo. Now, having one steady client kapag full-time, okay yon. But you still have enough hours in the day to use for something else. Ano pwede mo pang gawin? Pwede kang pwede kang kumuha ng part-time client. You know, to make use of your other time, to make it productive for you habang nasa bahay ka, wala ka naman ibang ginagawa. Get another client as long as they do not, what do you call that? May term doon, tulungan mo ako. Overlap. Ayun, overlap. So, hindi sila nag-overlap. Kasi, doon papasok kasi yung trust ni client na they are paying you for your time and they are expecting that you are doing your work exclusively for them during that time na binabayaran kanila. And getting another client, be it another full-time or another part-time client, will save you from losing a client because kapag nawala yung isang client mo, meron kang fallback. At least may maiiwan pang isang client sa'yo. Kapag nagstay ka sa isa lang, pag nawala yon, kasi we cannot guarantee how long si client mag-i-stay sa'yo or how long kanyang ikikip as a VA or whatever. It's not guaranteed. Okay? And for you to have a backup, a fallback, just in case when you wake up in the morning and then you receive an email from one of your clients that they are letting you go because the business is not doing well, they have to cut on expenses, wala ka na namang client. So andun ka na naman, back to zero ka na naman. Maghahanap ka na naman. Andun ka na naman, babalik ka na naman sa proseso na wala kang income kasi naghahanap ka pa rin ng client. So might as well get another one, be it another full-time kung kaya mo or part-time, it's up to you. Wag mo lang silang pagsabayan. Okay? All right. Now, don't delay communication. If there are problems, address them early with the client. That's very important. Kasi hindi kayo nagkikita in a physical manner. Wala kayong physical interaction ni client. Nagkikita lang kayo virtually. Minsan nga, wala pang call. Puro email lang. Or nag-chat lang sa'yo si client. Now, if there are any issues that you have encountered and you, as a person na medyo takot ka makipag-communicate kay client, now, gaano kaliit man yung problema na yan, if it's not being communicated early on with your client, it's gonna blow up into something more impactful. Okay? So, always practice communication with your client, especially if there are issues involved. Next. So, ano ba yung difference between freelancing niche? Napag-usapan natin kanina na freelancing is an industry and we have different niche, different career paths. So, each freelancing niche has its own market, may kanya-kanyang demand, may kanya-kanya silang pay scale. Kung si VA, ganito yung rate niya, wag mo ikukumpara yon sa rate ng isang full stack web developer. Kasi baka may katrabaho ka na sa client mo na full stack web developer tapos ikaw VA, and then kinukumpara mo yung sarili mo doon kasi ba't mas mataas yung sahod doon. Because meron tayong iba't ibang demand. May iba't iba tayong skill sets. May iba't iba tayong pay scale. Alright? It depends on it depends on your mastery of the skills and experience. Also, kung gaano I won't say skillful, pero gaano nakadami yung na-absorb mo or skills in practice. Kasi pwedeng dalawa lang yung specialization mo, pwedeng tatlo. But if you have 10 or more hats that you're wearing, then of course you have the every right to demand for a higher pay scale. So let's see from different examples here. Content writing. Ano ba si content writing? It focuses on research, storytelling, SEO. For those who doesn't know yet, ano si SEO? That's search engine optimization. Kasama yan sa itinuturo dito sa Bloody Mary Group. And then graphics design. Ano ba to? It emphasizes on creativity, technical tools like Photoshop, Illustrator. Now, web development, when you want to go towards learning web development, dapat marunong ka ng coding language, CSS, JavaScript, HTML, and marami pang iba. So, these skills, hindi ito basta sinabi mo lang sa resume mo, I can do web development because nabasa ko sa napanood ko sa YouTube kung paano mag coding. Alam ko na yung CSS coding language. Marunong na ako mag JavaScript kasi napanood ko sa YouTube. And then kinausap ko si ChatGPT kung paano yun. That is not nearly enough for you to say that you are an experienced and skilled individual within this niche because it involves practical application of those knowledge na natutunan mo. So regardless kung pinanood mo sa YouTube yan, nakita mo sa Google, research mo, or nag-usap kayo ng masinsilan ni ChatGPT para i-explain sa iyo kung ano yung mga to, it's not enough. There should always be a practical application on every knowledge that you are taking in. Clear? Practical application means you are actually doing what you said that you have learned. And then virtual assistants, administrative tasks. Kung ikukumpara natin siya in a corporate setting, clerical work. When we say administrative tasks, those are clerical work. Project management, client interaction, it involves leadership, but siguro mga 2-3 notches higher than a regular VA because may decision making lang involved and mas technical na siya. Now, exploring the differences between this example niche will help you find where your strengths lie, which services align with your experience, with your expertise. But kung nasabing experience, kakasimula mo pa lang dito sa industry. Ngayon nag-aaral ka pa nga lang ngayon. Ba't ko nasabing experience? Explain natin yan later sa second part ng ating discussion. Kung bakit experience outside of this industry, freelancing industry, is very important to use as leverage. All right, next. Essential skills for freelancing success. Of course, very obvious, communication. Guys, so when we talk about communication, kahit ang tagal-tagal ko na dito, inugat na kami rito, pero hindi kami 100% perfect na Inglesero. Hindi perfect ang English namin. Ako nga bulol pa eh. What more yung English ko? But how are we able to stay in this industry for so long? How are we able to build our career here if we have this impediments? Like hindi kami grammar, talo ako sa grammar. Kahit technical writer ako, talo ako sa grammar pagdating sa spoken English kasi hindi ako ganun kagaling magsalita ng English, but I can write it well. Okay? So, how are we able to sustain ourselves in this industry if our communication is not 100% at par with native speakers? Because most of the time, well, actually, all of the time you would be speaking in English to communicate with your client. Now, communication does not involve being 100% native speaker. If you are, then good for you. But if not, that's okay. Because communication only requires that you have to be clear. You have to be effective as a communicator. Those two are very critical. Bakit? Communication happens when the relay of the information of a message was received by another person and the other person was able to respond to whoever sent that message, and both of them were able to align with each other. They understand the message well. So once those connections are established, that is already a communication taking place. Now, regardless of the mode of communication, the most important thing that you have to consider is how clear are you in terms of explaining things, giving instructions. So kahit hindi ka kagaling mag-English, if you can explain something really well in your own way, then you are an effective communicator. Clear? Time management. Balancing multiple projects, meeting deadlines, that's very obvious. You have to also make sure na ginagawa nyo yan. So ganito, nasa bahay ka na, nag-work from home ka na, excited ka, pero hindi mo sinasabi sa mga tao sa paligid, sa bahay, sa mga tao sa kasama mo sa bahay, sa mga friends mo na nag-work from home ka na. Okay, example lang naman, ewan ko kung sino makaka-relate dito. Nagtatrabaho ka na, nasa shift ka na, and then yung nanay mo kinukulit ka, bagsaing ka na. O yung yung labada simulan muna. Can you do that? No, you cannot. Because once you sit in your workstation, everything should blur out. Your focus should be solely on doing your work. Because regardless, kahit nasa bahay ka or nandoon ka sa umpukan ng inuman, kapag humarap ka sa trabaho, you are at work. You are wired in, kumbaga. And kahit anong distractions dyan sa paligid mo, you have to make sure that you are able to control, okay, your environment. Just so you can deliver to your client, you can work effectively. So, ano kinalaman nun sa time management? We may be working at home, but it doesn't mean that our time with our client has to be taken away by our own personal time. So, kung multiple clients ka na, you have to also make sure that your time between clients, between tasks, are not compromised, are not overlapping. Ayan, alala ko na yung term na yon. Are not overlapping because the more that you chew in tasks ng sabay-sabay, I know a lot of you would say, kaya ko yan kasi meron naman akong kaya kong pagsabay-sabayin yung mga tasks na pinapagawa sa akin ng 3 client ko. Kaya ko yan. Sasabihin mo, multitasker ka. There is no such thing as multitasker. Multitasker is multitasking is the ability of your brain to switch from one focus to another in split seconds. But it doesn't mean your brain is trained to do 2 work simultaneously. Okay? So when you say you are a multitasker, so yung kumbaga sa tingin mo yun yung pinagmamalaki, multitasker, kaya kong gawin yan ng sabay-sabay. No, you're not doing it ng sabay-sabay. Your brain can only process it once. But your brain can process it in split second that you can switch focus, but not simultaneously. Alam nyo ba yun? Okay. So, problem solving. Okay, ability to troubleshoot issues that arise independently. So, since you are working from home, wala kang ibang kasama, wala kang ibang matatakbuhan pag may questions or may issues. You are working independently, therefore you have to learn how to troubleshoot issues. So, hindi ka makapag-send ng email, laging lumalabas lang sa email, nagba-bounce back yung sinisendan mo ng email, as for example. And then nagpapanik ka na kasi kailangan mo masend yung email na yun dun sa para sa client mo and laging nagre-reply back na cannot send message, failure sent, ganyan. You have to learn how to look at or seek for the root of the problem. Baka naman kasi kaya bumabalik yung message na yon. Look at the possibilities. Baka kakamadali mo kasi urgent daw, sabi ni client, mali pala yung nakalagay na email address. Baka may misspelled or mali yung isang character kaya nagba-bounce back, or pwedeng yung .com kulang ng M, or yung inbox nung sinisendan mo is puno na, kaya siya bumabalik. Or baka naman naka-off ang inbox ng sinisendan mo ng email because they are on vacation. There are a lot of possibilities that could happen that would result to that issue. The most important thing for you to do is to know what the cause of that issue, troubleshoot, and work on it independently. So, self-discipline, staying motivated, and on task without external oversight. External oversight is walang naniningin sa likod mo. Walang supervisor na kailangan i-check ka pa kung nagtatrabaho ka ba, baka puro chikahan na naman tayo diyan. Wala nang ganon, okay? Self-discipline is important because you would be working without external oversight means walang sisilip sa'yo. Si client hindi yan sisilip sa bintana ng bahay nyo. Uy, tapos na ba yan? Pinapagawa ko kahapon pa yan. Walang ganon, te. Kung may sisilip pa sa bintana mo ng madaling araw, iba yun. Okay? So, networking, building professional network to acquire new clients and opportunities, very important. So, kung may mga opportunities like events or Freelancers Wonderland, ayan, kasi hindi kayo naka-follow sa amin ng maaga. Yung may Freelancers Wonderland kami nung January. So, it's a gathering of freelancers, industry experts. Those kind of events are networking. It builds upon relationship with different people na ngayon mo na nakilala, and it will eventually evolve into a professional relationship in which you will acquire new opportunities. Kasi baka yung isang umattend doon, kailangan niya ng virtual assistant. Nag-hire pala sila ng virtual assistant. Ngayon, eto ka sa bahay nagmumukmuk kasi takot ka makiharap sa mga tao. Ayaw mo ng mga tao. Sino bang may gusto sa mga tao? Pero, it doesn't mean na i-deprive mo yung sarili mo na umattend ng mga ganong pagkakataon kasi baka nandoon ang swerte mo. 'Di ba? So magkakaroon kami ng Freelancers Wonderland summer event. Totoo ba 'yan? Kaya ba ng katawan lupa natin? O ipasko na, ay pahinga na muna natin 'yan. I-reserve na natin 'yan sa Pasko. Okay, so new client oo nga, job fair sa May. Ayan, ayan, ayan. May ilang buwan pa kayo para magka-client at makapag-prepare? Urgent, urgent. Eh, mano ba namang umattend ng ng job fair? Ano yun, yung job fair na yon is for freelancing yon. So, every work opportunity that will be featured in that job fair is for freelancing. So, work from home lahat yon. So, malay mo, umattend ka nun, nagka-work ka. So, marami ka ng anda ngayon, kumukolekta ka na kay client. May pang Freelancers Wonderland ka na sa December. Yun talaga mga balak namin sa inyo eh. All right, so additional points on this slide, familiarize yourself with tools. Kung hindi nyo pa alam kung ano ang Trello, Asana, Slack, QuickBooks, kung kung bookkeeping ka, depending on your niche, pero Trello, Asana, ClickUp, yan, very common tools na dapat aaralin nyo rin. Okay, next is fundamentals. Di ba, ang haba ng kinuda ko, 40 minutes, nasa fundamentals pa lang pala ako. So, wait. Okay, sige. Time management, na-discuss ko na ito kanina kung anong importance nito. So, idagdag ko na lang. So, for time management, you have to set up realistic expectations of your clients, time, your time as well. So work schedule, stick to it for a week, track your productivity. How do you track your productivity? Sino ditong hindi pa marunong gumamit ng Google Calendar? Thumbs up. Yung hindi pa marunong gumamit ng Google Calendar. If you haven't done so yet or experienced using your calendar, simulan nyo na aralin kung paano gamitin yan. Because apart from using it for your client, you can also use it for your own purposes. Like schedule, kung meron kang lakad or inaya ka ng mga friends mo, maglaon yun tayo sa June. Diba? Eh kaso, according to your schedule, cannot be. Kasi may pasok ka ng ganitong araw, may project ka ng ganitong katapusin. Kailangan may target kang tapusin na project ng ganitong date. Pasok, kaso papasok, sasagasaan yung lakad sa LU. So, how do you manage that? Maybe, yes, sick leave. Sikreto, kala ko sick leave. Sikretong leave pala yon. Okay. So, as a freelancer, you are free naman to work anywhere. So, kahit magla-union ka, gagawin mo pa rin yung trabaho mo, dadala mo yung laptop mo. That's very, very ideal. Isa yun sa mga perks ng pagiging work from home. Pero, would you be able to enjoy your time? Kasi imbis na lumalangoy-langoy ka, nagtatrabaho ka. So, still, you did not enjoy it. Kasi may kailangan kang gawin. So, time management would be able to allow you to adjust your schedule for yourself, make some leg room, baka biglang may mag-aya ng Boracay, ura-urada, tara, mag-book tayo ngayon, alis tayo bukas. At least, you know that you have the time for it. Okay? And walang masasagasa ang trabaho. Now, portfolio building, kaya ba ka-importante to? Nung una, iniisip lang natin na yung portfolio building will be applicable for people working in the writing niche, design, creatives. Ayan. This time, it's no longer for those niche na lang. Even you, as an executive virtual assistant, if that is the path that you would like to take, you can also build a portfolio for yourself because ultimately, portfolio is proof of work. Means that you have worked in this client. These are the proof of your achievements, of your accomplishments with that client, and this is what your client has to say about your work. May testimonials, at kung ano-ano pa. So, that provides your next client a much more clearer insight on what kind of person you are as a professional virtual assistant, as a professional executive virtual assistant. At least they know they have a reference point to determine whether you are capable or not. All right. So moving on to our next slide. Ano nga ba? What are we looking at in this industry? Okay. What the future holds for us freelancers. I did the research. Ano nga ba yan? Statista, combination of Statista, Upwork, review. What they call it quarterly report or something, or annual report. And then also industry-led websites. And this is what we are looking at in this industry moving forward. According to statistics, 56.7 million people sa US alone are freelancers, and multiply that by 10. So that many people are already working from home. And what sort of revenue we are seeing in this industry annually. It's this much, 1.2, and it's due to grow even bigger based on projections because of the growing interest towards the gig economy. When we say gig economy, this is it. This is the gig economy. And freelancer population is rapidly growing, so expect that we are going to be in competition with other countries. Emerging countries right now for freelancing is South America, most notably Mexico, Peru, Colombia. And then also South Africa is now emerging as a freelancing hub globally. But currently, India, Pakistan, Philippines for the longest time are holding the top three spots for the go-to countries when it comes to work from home hires for global companies. Now, more than 30% of the companies globally use freelancers for tasks beyond, all right, outside of their main business operation. Let me give you an example. I had a client, meron silang in-house office. May headquarters sila, malaking company. May headquarters sila, kompleto sila, isang buong building yung opisina nila, may mga employees sila, W2. When we say W2, they are US employees working in that building, but yet they are still hiring for freelancers. Why? Because they want to outsource yung mga tasks that they feel are redundant to them, or yung mga bigger projects na kulang sila ng manpower but they don't require na yung staff needs to be on site. They hire freelancers, they hire people like us to service those gap in the business. Okay, all right. What does the future hold for us as freelancers? So we will see trends encompassing automations, use of AI. There are types of tasks right now na makikita mo sa mga nakaka-relate ng mga freelancers na dito. There are tasks right now that are being fed into AI tools to create automation. So the amount of legwork involved in many of our tasks right now are no longer being done manually, but rather fed into AI for automation. Now, we can also expect that remote work will grow exponentially in the coming years because um, let's say maybe a decade ago, when companies are being asked if they would like to outsource some of their work areas from from another part of the globe, from the Philippines, for example, they are very conservative about that idea because of security, because of efficiency. Will it be very efficient for me to have someone work from another country that I am not aware of that exists to work on my business? They are very hesitant to jump into the wagon because kukonti pa lang yung nagpapakita ng results about outsourcing work through freelancing. And come the pandemic, ang dami nag-switch to work from home and they saw the potential. And a lot of companies right now are also considering outsourcing part of their business areas for the purpose of cost saving. Instead of them maintaining an entire department and then magbabayad sila ng sahod, na let's say American employees, for example, they will pay the minimum rate na lang ha, $24 for one employee, and the business is not doing great financially, they will resort to other means to cut costs while not compromising the business operation. So one of the ways for them to do that is to outsource individuals who can fulfill those work requirements. At dun tayo papasok. Um, the difference sa atin with W2 or US employees, um, example lang naman yun ha, US employees, there could be a lot of areas where your client could be doing business. Pero sa atin kasi, $8 is a lot of money. Tama, mali. Example na lang yon. $8 for us is a lot of money. $8 multiplied by 40 hours a week, multiplied by 57, magkano exchange rate yan? 57, 56, 57, 57. Okay, let's do them. Hindi ako mapakali, magmamat ako. So, wait lang. Maglalabas ako ng calculator. Okay, so 40 times, or let's say $8 ang rate, time, but divide, okay, 57, 18,240 per week. Per week, okay? Not per month, per week. Times 4, dahil apat na beses kang sasahod sa isang buwan. That is 72,960 at least. At least the rate that you are that you can expect to get, the amount of money that you can expect to get from a client. At least ito it can go lower or higher depending on your skill set, depending on your expertise, experience. But given that ballpark lang to, ballpark ballpark number, mapapaisip ka, ang laki nga. This is a lot of money for someone who has been working in the corporate space and earning just a quarter of this. One-fourth lang nito ang sinasahod mo sa corporate. And isang buwan yun. Let's say 18,000 or let's say 20,000 in a month. Yun yung sahod mo, kakaltasan ka ng kung anik-anik. The struggle is real. Even if sabihin mo na ang sahod mo sa corporate, it's mid-range management. Magkano ba ngayon sa mid-range management sa corporate? 30, 40? 50, 60. Okay. Ayun. So 50, 60, mas mataas pa rin ang ini-expect mo na potential income for yourself working from home. Because you learned these things. This relates to sustainability. So if you are earning this much, the client as well is saving money. So if the client is paying $24 per hour sa US counterpart ng role mo, magkano nasisave niya by paying you $8? So, nagmat na naman ako. $16 ang nasisave niya every hour for hiring you. We're not saying that you have to demand the same rate na $24 kasi ang binabayad niya sa US counterpart ko is $24. That defeats the purpose of outsourcing, okay? So it is possible to get that much rate if you have the best skills that money can buy. Remember that. You can demand for whatever amount that you want your client to pay you if you can offer the best skills, the best experience that their money can buy, and no other people around you, within your industry, within your niche, that can offer the same quality service that you can offer. Definitely, you can demand for that rate. But if we are not yet on that level, we will have to settle ourselves with the rate that is hindi tayo talo. Yung rate na masasabi natin magbabago ang buhay ko. Clear po ba? We don't have to be very greedy about it, but work on yourself, work on your skills, and the money will follow. All right? Now, the next question is, where to begin? Dito papasok ang ating second part ng discussion, self-assessment, choosing a niche, signing up on freelancing platform, self-discipline, networking, keep learning. So, these are the things na pwede mong markers on where you can start. But ano lang tayo, mag-break lang tayo. Siguro okay lang ba? Break lang tayo ng mga 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay. Magkakaroon tayo ng self-assessment and I will be asking questions and interacting with you guys more on this second session. So may questions po ba? Meron? Wala? Questions, concerns, issues, threats? Okay, wala naman. Okay, so let's all have a 10-minute break. Umuya muna kayo ng kung ano dyan. Drink some water. And then we'll get back here by 7:15. Alright. I'll just be in the background, ha. Mag-mute lang ako. Mm-hmm. Okay, go. Alright. Yeah. See you back.
Ay, hello po, Coach. Sorry po. Coach, nung nag-apply po kasi ako, parati po bang mag-a-ask sila ng case study? May sample po ba, Coach? Kasi like, nawindang ko talaga. Nawindang ako nung sa case study. Like, wala akong idea. Meron po ba kayong sample, Coach? Na ano? Pwede pang reference namin.
Ayan. Wala pala akong audio sa Facebook. Thank you, Louie. Thank you sa mga taga-check ko. Hindi daw ako naririnig niyang. Okay na. Naka-break kasi dito lang ako chumichika sa ano. Sige, ayan, nag-open na ako. So, yun. So, case study, for the most part, ang nag-mute ako kasi nahilik niyo yung asawa ko. So, ipasok siya mamaya. Ang case study for the most part, kung sisimulan mo siya, you also have to have like an end goal. Gusto mo bang patunayan na itong strategy na to is yung magwo-work or itong strategy na to, mga ganon. So my very first question is, ano yung experience mo and ano yung ina-applyan mo and ano yung gusto mong ipakita dun sa or like maging proven result nung study mo?
Okay po, Coach. Meron po ba kayong sample na ano, Coach? Kahit sample lang. Pero may idea kami. Kasi kung ano lang yun, like customer support lang ina-applyan ko tapos nanghihingi ng case study. So, wala talaga akong idea dyan. At
Seryoso?
least kahit ano lang. Yes po. Customer
Okay.
service lang.
Number one, hindi kailangan ng customer service ng case study. Number two, you cannot copy yung akin or like make it like imi-mirror because magkakaiba tayo ng case study. Pwede kayong mag-research siguro sa Google ng mga structure ng case study and yung process. But hindi siya pwede na ipapakita ko sa inyo yung sample ko tapos imi-mirror nyo lang. Hindi. Hindi siya, that's just not how it works. Meron talagang process to do it. Pero
Okay.
balik tayo dun sa fact na pag case study, pag customer service, hindi kailangan ng case study. Anong pangalan ng company? Bulong mo nga.
Yes
Papalitan natin ng recruitment. Charot. Akala, papalitan natin ng recruitment at saka ang operations manager nila. Kung mag-case study ng customer support.
true. Thank you, Coach.
Anong
Sige.
case study? Case study?
Case study, akala ko, nagpapaturo, sabi ko case study kasi hindi pwedeng imi-mirror nila yung sa akin na kagaya na sa portfolio, gagayahin yung ano. Sabi ko, hindi pwede yung like, hindi pwede yung imi-mirror nila yung sa akin. Tinanong ko, sabi ko, una sa lahat, ano muna yung ina-applyan mo? Pangalawa is, ano yung gusto mong i-prove dun sa study, kumbaga. Ano yung main goal dun sa study na yon. Um, Tapos sabi niya, customer support, bakit coach, meron naman tayong bagong papasukin na kumpanya. Kailangan na naman nila ng
Support
bagong
ko yun,
operations
Coach.
manager. Ha?
Support. Support ko ng customer service.
Chat support at customer ano, ibulong
Yes
mo
po.
talaga sa akin ni Lisa Linyan. BPAP, coach, kailangan natin palitan ng operations manager doon. Tirahin mo yung operations management, akin ng recruitment.
Bakit kasi merong pa ganoon?
Ko alam.
Okay, may share ako sa'yo for the sake of argument.
Oh,
Case study format. If you want to see the format, ito lang yon. So title of key points, detailed summary, background, challenges and goals. Ang tinitingnan, possibly ang tinitingnan ng recruitment sa'yo doon, how you handle challenges and goals. Itong part na to. Part of the interview, imbis na tatanungin ka nila, how do you manage this? Di ba may tanong sa interview na yung scenario, yung how
Scenario.
will you handle a client na ganito, ganyan, and then
Walk
what
me
would be
through a
your...
time when mga
Oo.
ganon.
Oo. So, the case study will supplement that. Yun lang naman ang hinala ko, will supplement that. Titignan nila is yung challenges and goals. Testimonial, visual, siguro additionals na lang yun, pero this can be the format. It's up to you how you would like to format it. Pero, if you are looking at a case study ng customer service,
May isa pa.
um,
Saan ako nagawa ng case study eh?
sa Asana, pwede rin yun. Example lang to, article lang to, habang pag-upo kasi, anong case study mo pinag-uusapan itong mga padig na? Ito, for example, si Zappos, company, ang gusto nila makita, how would you, ito hinala lang naman, kaya gusto ka nilang paggawin ng case study. Gusto nilang makita how well you understand a company situation. For example, si Zappos, successful siya in terms of providing customer service, and paano nila ginagawa yon? You have to find out ano yung customer service dynamics ni Zappos and how are you going to apply that in your own way kapag binagbigay ka ng scenario. For example, si client nagwawala, gusto na maglaslas kasi hindi niya makita yung order niya na in-order niya sa website nyo. So how are you going to address that? Using yung case ni Zappos, yung kung paano siya mag-address ng customers. So, i-interconnect mo siya. Ganun yung nakikita ko kasing dahilan kung ba't siya nangingi ng case study. Kay Lego, laruan lang si Lego pero bakit ang dami niyang, kumbaga ang tagal-tagal na niyang brand, ang dami pa rin bumibili sa kanya, ano yung market niya. So, possibly, they want you to research the company and then find a way potentially to understand their customer service, their market, their customers, and how you are going to address their customers in such a way na may i-apply mo siya in certain scenarios, yung nakalagay kanina na challenges and goals. Yun. Tingin ko lang naman.
Tapos usually pag magki-case study is meron kang mga sample na tao, ganyan na i-interviewin mo. So meron kang mga questionnaire na isi-send. Yun, yung mga ganun.
Mm-mm.
Yung nakakaloka. Bakit
Pero
magki-case study?
nakakaloka yun. Pwede mo talangin sa client, pati nyo na lang ako, pag-aralin nyo na lang uli ako.
Oo. What if papasukin na lang ulit ako sa
Ano case study pa sabi mo? Sige.
Gusto
Pero
niyo po
aralin nyo
mag-project
ha.
tayo?
Ngayon ko lang na narinig yon na may naghihingi ng case study.
Pero itong batch kasi na to ay yung bagong batch na mag-application book. So, try kong idagdag.
Integrate. Sige. Gawa ako format for you.
Pandigmaan.
Sabi, beginner po talaga kami.
Pumasok kayo ng technical writing tapos matuto kayo mag-dissect ng mga paanong ibenta ang hotdog. Coach, miss ko yun.
Paano ibenta hotdog? Okay. Ayun, sa technical writing.
Mag-technical writing kay mga auntie. Hoy, bakit ka nasa competencies form? Yan yung link. Okay. Send mo na lang dito.
Ayun. Paano mo
tayong study. 2 situations din po yung case study, coach, with different difficulties.
Tama, di ba? Tama ang ating hinala. So, yun. 2 situations din po yung case study with difficult scenarios. Tama. Siguro sa yung pagkaka-explain ko kanina, possibly it's that. Yeah. Sabi niya kasi, may dalawang scenario. So, ano daw? Naloka na ako sa mga articles nila sa website. Okay. I-research mo lang sila ng i-research ba. So, okay. So, welcome back to our part 2. And then I need you all to access the sheet. Form pala. Form. Sorry.
Can I send
Form.
this form sa live?
Yes, pwede.
Okay. O, yung mga nasa live, pwede din kayo mag-self-assessment. Hindi to case study.
Case study to ng sarili mo. Ganon.
Oo.
So, ano nga ba ito? Anong paandar ito? So, competencies and readiness assessment. Kasi, magkakaiba kasi tayo ng confidence level. May mga tao na, sorry for the term, pero tanga pero confident.
Ah.
Diba?
Louder for
And
the
that,
people at the back.
and that confidence, actually gets them somewhere. O, napapaniwala nila yung iba, yung mga tao na they can do something because they are very confident about it. And there's a difference kasi between confidence and having competencies. So kahit ang taas ng competency mo, kung hindi ka naman confident, you're not going to get anywhere. So you have to have a balance of both. Now, paano mo malalaman kung ready ka na ba? Kasi pwede sabihin mo, confident ako, kaya ko na to, I will start working from home, but do you have the competencies? Okay, let me explain. Ano tong mga to? Most of these are self-explanatory, okay? Communication. Rate your communication skills. Listening. 1 is very poor. I don't know kung hindi ka nakakarinig talaga or talagang mahina yung listening skills mo. Wala ka na pick up. 5 is very good. All right? And then rule lang, be very truthful about your response, okay? The end goal of this assessment is for us to find out your score. May score kasi to. Now, based on your score, we will find out ano yung strength areas mo, ano yung competences mo, at ano yung mga for development pa sa'yo. And from a training perspective, if we want to tailor your learning experience, at least dito sa atin, sa Bloody Mary Group, if we wanted to tailor your learning projectile dito, we have to address yung mga weak areas nyo. And we have to find that out through this assessment. Okay? Number 2 is feedback. How well are you getting feedback? Kapag binigyan ka ba ng feedback, nagwawala ka, nakikipagsuntukan ka dahil sa feedback, very poor or very good, or you're taking constructively. Now, empathy yung do you put yourself into someone else's shoes, or do you recognize situations where you should need to adjust your emotions? Okay, so that's empathy. Now, confidence, ayan, nandito rin siya. Clarity, how well do you speak with clarity? Okay, kuda tayo ng kuda, pero wala namang laman. That's clarity. Spoken English, okay. Don't be shy if it's very poor or it's very good. It doesn't matter. We just wanted to know how we can help you in this area. Now, written English, all right. Collaboration. Do you work well with other people or not? Rate yourself. Emotional control. Kapag nagsimula ba yung meeting nyo ni client, umiiyak ka na, wala pang sinasabi si client, check it out.
Mga in between, coach, mga kalagitnaan, ganyan. Saka break.
Yung umiiyak ka na sa maliliit na bagay, okay? Emotional control, meron ka ba niyan? Comprehension, okay na. Napaka-importante. Comprehension, binigyan ka ng instruction, ni-recording na, video na, naka-loom na yung instruction, loom video, naka-written na yan, naka-email na, pero nagtatanong ka pa din ng how, my client. Comprehension. Okay. It can be improved. Believe me, it can be improved. But if you're having difficulty with that, we have to find out why. Now, problem solving skills. Are you the kind of person na you can solve your problems alone? Do you need help? Um, or naiiyak ka na lang? So, how is your problem solving skills? Teamwork. Do you value teamwork, or do you prefer working alone? How well do you take um, situations where you need to work with somebody else? Rate yourself accordingly. Decision making. This doesn't need to be very constructive, ha? Decision making involves how you proceed with certain situations wherein you need to make decisions. Pula ba o puti? If you can make decisions right then and there, then rate yourself accordingly. Flexibility, okay. Pag sinabi sa'yo ni client na we're going to adjust our time because of DST and PST, PDT and PST, kahit hindi mo pa alam kung ano ibig sabihin ng PST and PDT, naghihurimentado ka na kagad kay client kasi ayaw mong mabago yung oras mo. Flexibility, may pinagawa sa iyo si client and then kinabukasan gusto niya iba naman yung ipagawa sa iyo pero related pa rin doon pero ayaw mo kasi hindi ka ganoon ka-flexible, hindi ka marunong mag-back tawag dito? Mag-backflip.
Mag-adjust. Ganyan.
Sa ibang task. So, rate yourself. Adaptability. Okay. Ikaw ba yung klase ng tao na pagpasok mo sa workplace, sila yung mag-a-adjust sa'yo o ikaw yung mag-a-adjust sa kanila? So, attention to detail. Alright? How well do you practice this? Alam mo nang may mali pero hindi mo pinapansin or talagang hindi mo napapansin na may mali. Now, time management, rate yourself accordingly. Na-explain ko naman yan kanina. Motivation. What motivates you? Alam nating lahat, we are motivated by dollars. But what else? Yung bang isang tasang kape, motivated ka na? Madali ka bang ma-motivate? Alright? Yung pag dumating ba yung bill ng kuryente, pag dumating yung bill ng kuryente, saka ka pala magtatrabaho kasi motivated ka, kailangan magbayad ng bill. And then, technical skills, eto na, operating a computer, very poor. Kahit yung maghanap lang ng on switch ng computer, hindi mo alam. Very poor yun.
Very poor.
Use of basic basic softwares, yung paggamit lang nito ng Google Meet, paggamit ng kung ano-ano diyan sa computer. Baka tinatawag mo pa yung pamangkin mo, yung pinsan mo para i-on yung inyong Google Meet. Hanapin ang link, mag-on ng mic. Ganon. So, use of basic softwares, rate yourself, proficiency in using browsers. Marunong ka ba gumamit ng Google? Alam mo ba na pwede nating palitan ang background nitong call natin na ito if I go to somewhere in the settings? Alam mo ba kung saan ano ang purpose ng developer tool? Medyo technical yon pero alam mo ba, kung i-rate mo yung sarili mo, kung nagagamit mo ba siya ng walang tulong ng iba. And managing emails. Ayan. Napag-usapan sila mga nasa GigCamp dito, yung mga emails ninyo na libo-libo na pero halo-halo pa din. Okay. Do you manage your emails well? Do you use calendar? Do you use Google Sheets? Google Docs? Use of cloud drives. Cloud drives are Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, whatever you are using to store files or pictures or any information somewhere else outside of your own device. That is a cloud drive, cloud storage. File manipulation. Can you add, create, delete, transfer, archive files? If you can do that, rate yourself accordingly. And lastly, navigating instruction. So, in-explain ko na kung anong magagawin nyo rito. Kapag medyo nalihis kayo ng landas sa pagsagot nito, and then nilagay nyo sa following navigating instructions. 5 ang nilagay mo pero mali-mali yung unang sagot, then your answer to the last question is false. All right. I'll give you guys 15 minutes. Kaya ba or nagsisimula na kayo? I would be able to get may mga response na. Okay, perfect. Ilan ba tayo ngayon? Ilan ba tayo, Mi? 90 plus? 90, pero wala pa atang ano to. Magsasagot.
Ganun sila kabilis.
Mhm.
Mga pala desisyon yan.
Ayan, nagsasagot na sila. Mabilis lang siguro to. So, maya-maya lang. Malalaman na natin ang sagot.
Habang ine-explain mo, sinasagutan na nila kasi baka malimutan pa nila kung ano yung cloud drive. Kasabay po
Ayan.
kami ni Coach while he's talking.
Oh, perfect.
Nakamalimutan nila. Ano nga daw yung navigation? Marami dito is, mga tactile. So, dire-diretso sila. Minsan pa, nauuna pa sila sa akin. Ganyan. Sabi ko, itong mga batang ito, mga pala desisyon. Very well done. Hindi nila mamimit ang very well done ngayon. Kasi, parang hindi makakapag si Edina.
Ay, oo. Nasa 1-month vacation si ate mo.
Naka-sabbatical si Auntie.
1 month. Wala siyang work ng 1 month?
Hindi, parang nag-work naman.
Nag-work pa rin naman siya. Okay,
Hindi
sige.
makakali yun ng di nagtatrabaho. Yun na nga lang 4 days na walang signal. Pinag-isipan pa niya eh.
May question ba sa Elizaline? Nagtaas po ng kamay. Check lang ako ng message. Nag-notify si BPI. Akala ko nang bibigyan ako ng pera. Pinapakita lang pala sa akin, paano magbayad ng bills? Akala ko naman.
Wala bang fee pag magta-transfer from Maya to GCash?
Maya to GCash meron, 15 pesos. And GCash to Maya, I'm not sure if same. Pero right now, ang ginagamit ko na pinakamura na may transfer fee anywhere is GoTime.
Ayan, alam mo, last batch, yan na rin ang sinabi sa akin. Maya to GCash, free.
Well, free through savings. Through savings. Kay GoTime kasi is 8 pesos. Pero pag nakatatlong transfer ka na, yung next mo is free.
Ay,
So
ma-check
yun.
nga.
Regardless yon kung bank or other wallet. Sa SIM yon, wala ring bayad kay SIM Bank. Pero connected pa rin yata siya kay GCash. So makakapag-open ka ng account kay SIM pag may GCash ka. Tonic Bank, ayun. Hindi ko pa na-explore si Tonic Bank.
Lagi rin siya
Como 8
mention.
pesos. Kaya gusto ko si GoTime kasi, di ba nag-grocery ka? Si GoTime kasi, ano tawag yun? Go Rewards. So may kasama siyang Go Rewards. So yung Go Rewards mo, pag nag-grocery ka sa Robinson, tawag dito, yung points mo, pwede mong gamitin pang transfer fee. So, halimbawa, meron kang 80 points, hindi magta-transfer ka, ayaw mong makaltasan ka ng 8 pesos, gamitin mo yung points.
Hindi daw mabuksan ikaw lang hindi makabukas, B.
Yung link,
Jamie, oo.
hindi ko na po ma-open sa PC yung link. Why?
But why? How's your internet? Grabe.
Try this. Baka sa internet mo rin, pero try this. Yung
long form
URL.
Tinatamaan ako ng Tokyo, Japan. Kasi yung isang client ko, Australian, maagap siya.
Tapos ang next mo, ngayon. Tama ba?
Hindi, wala naman akong, like, hindi ako nakuha ngayon ng 8 to 5. Mag-a-apply pa lang ako sa inyo ngayon, sandali.
Uy!
Hindi, nagtatanong ako kay Tommy kanina, sabi kasi niya close na daw yung isang hiring. Sabi ko, "So anong open ninyo?" Nakita ko recruitment, what if? Hmm.
Go for it.
Sabi dito, "If finding top talent is your superpower, we need you." Ay, naka-open na yung link eh. So, ay, etong si ano. I am tempted, but I will not. I promised myself that I am not going to accept full-time clients muna.
Pero ba
Saan?
talaga tayong project me?
Ha, oo nga eh. Yun na nga. Tatapusin ko muna yung project. Mga hanggang ano, wala muna akong 8 to 5 na. Ang tawag ko kasi dun sa mga clients na yun is the 8 to 5 clients.
Mm.
Sabi ko, hindi muna. Sabi ko hanggang ano, so, sabi ko, hindi muna ng April kasi birthday ni Tutoy tapos may biyahe siya. Tapos yan na nga yung mga pupuntahang ganap. Ay, sa may team building, yung Art of Doing Nothing, so hindi rin muna. Sabi ko,
Mm.
pwede ako ng June. Kaya lang, July, mag-aano ulit ako. Offline ulit ako kasi sabbatical yun. So, hindi muna.
Bohol ba
Sabi ko,
kayo? Magbo-bohol ba kayo?
tayo,
Ay, okay.
November. So, July magsasabbatical ako. Bahay lang naman yun. Tapos sabi ko, hindi sige. August, sabi ko hindi, patay lang tayo, 'di ba? Tapos
Mm.
sabi ko, di hindi na muna ako tatanggap. Tapos September, sabbatical ulit ako kasi birthday ko. Sabi ko, sige, pwede na siguro ko tumanggap ng 8 to 5 ng ano, October. Magtatanggap ako ng 8 to 5 ng October, November, pabuhol din tayo. Sabi ko, magkukuha pa kaya ako ng client this year?
Pag na, gumastos na tayo ng gumastos.
Parang hindi na muna ako mag-8 to 5. Okay na muna ako dito sa mga naka-retainer ko. Tiyaga-tiyaga
Oo.
lang, sipag at tiyaga.
Kaya rin naman,
Para,
kung ano, kung kaya naman na ano, kung nasusustain naman ng ating mga pangangailangan. Ang pangangailangan ni Judith.
mhm, mukha namang okay. 'Pag hindi, utang muna ako sa'yo. So, 'pag nagsabi akong, "Mare," 'pag mare na yung tawag ko, alam mo na. Alam mo na yan.
Go for it.
Mhm.
Hindi pa rin daw niya mabuksan. Okay.
It is your
Try to,
internet. It's probably the
uh,
internet na.
it's taking up bandwidth dito sa call.
Alin?
Yung internet niya.
Mhm.
O sige, last 2 minutes siguro para ma-review natin.
Yes.
So far, I have 70 responses.
92 sila. Sinong nadagdag?
Okay, last 1 minute. Sila rin ba yung batch for tomorrow? O ibang batch yun?
Yes, sila din.
Sila din. Okay.
Same
Basta
to
tayo
hanggang next week.
Okay. Sige. So, iba rin yung tomorrow, mag-aano tayo. Ay, kakabukas lang yan ng link. Okay, go for it. Habol ka pala eh.
Mm.
So, tomorrow, mag-aano naman tayo. Skills inventory naman tayo tomorrow.
Ay, gusto ko yun.
Yes. So, we're going to do skills inventory kaso 1 hour lang tayo. Pero, meron pa naman next day pa.
Kasi boy ka na naman eh. Yung sa akin, yung idudugtong ko kahit next week na nila yun. Survey lang dito sa ano, kasi nagtatanong si Mami Ladi kung pwede daw mag-class siya ng revamp ng Sunday.
May available
So,
pa sa inyo ng Sunday?
may available ba sa inyo ng Sunday?
Meron naman isa, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. O, available sila.
Oo, pwede. Sige, magsasend naman kami ng announcement nun pag um, parang pahabol. 6 to 8 din siya, B. So,
Para
kahit
hindi
mga,
wala sasagasaan na
mm.
time. Siguro kung nag-family day kayo, baka nakauwi na kayo na.
At saka coach, kaya alam mo ba, kaya 6 to 8 p.m. to, kasi nakamatch siya doon sa mga tao na may corporate na morning, at saka
Mm.
yung mga BPO agents na papasok ng gabi. Yun talaga,
Mm.
ito lang talaga yung sweet, sweet spot para do sa
Perfect.
time na wala nang iba. We tried 4 p.m.,
Mm.
we tried before, pero eto na
Mm.
talaga to. I will
Oh,
try
perfect.
and parang go live as much as um, I can para sa mga sessions. Kasi itong revamp, hindi ko siya usually nai-live.
Oo nga. You have to
Laging
live more.
I will live, at least itong session man lang itong batch na to. Kasi yung hanggang application book nila parang mababago.
Okay, so done na yata lahat. Let me share my screen again. Kita ba yung aking screen?
Mhm.
Okay. So this is the result of you guys answering that form. Naka-benchmark ito, anything that is 80% above based on your responses, you are somewhat ready. Ready ka. Okay? Kumbaga, you only need to dive into the technicalities of the skill set na gusto mong ma-achieve, matutunan. For those who didn't reach at least 80, huwag kayong malungkot. Kasi, importante rin sa atin na malaman nasaan ba yung pagkukulang natin. So example, itong unang-una, 61.43% ang kanyang readiness level. Why? We have to find out. Marami dito na ang rate niya sa sarili niya is 1. Nanggaling siya sa written English. 1 yung written English. Therefore, I suggest you attend technical writing. Okay? Then, use of Google Sheets. Ano bang niche ang gumagamit kadalasan? Halos lahat naman gumagamit ng Google Sheets. So, we will find a time to identify these tools and how we can help you get familiar with them. File manipulation, use of cloud drives, ayan. So, medyo mababa yung kanyang self-assessment doon. Next is itong isa. Ang mababa sa mga skills assessment niya, 3, puro 3 sa listening, feedback. Hindi ka naman siguro naghurumentado pag binibigyan kang feedback, no? 3, confidence medyo mababa, okay, mahiyain. So, kailangan natin siyang mag-recite more para mawala yung kanyang pagkahiya. Clarity, spoken English, ano pa ba? 3. Collaboration, emotional control. Medyo emotional. Okay. Mag-invite pa tayo ng guidance counselor dito.
Hindi,
Maraming emotional.
bala kong i-invite dito lawyer talaga. Kaya lang mahal ng hourly fee na Pero one of these days, para sa VIP, kasi syempre kailangan ng VIP ng
So, in communication, feelings play an important role. Making decisions more often affects the way you feel, the way you think. Medyo madami-dami din ang 3 at 2 me.
Paano daw nila malalaman kung ano yung result nila? Malalaman
Ano
ba
ko
nila?
to, malalaman kasi nandito
I-email
naman siya
sila.
pwede ko naman i-email sa kanila yung responses nila.
Mm-mm.
I have to know their email addresses, but let me see. Yeah, I can. Medyo hihimayin ko lang kasi ito naka-numerical pa siya.
Sige, go.
May timestamp naman kayo dito, so mamamatch ko to. Pwede kong ibigay sa inyo, I'll work on this
Daming
tomorrow.
puntahan. Nakakaloka ka. 90 plus.
Tomorrow.
Matulog ka, huy. Okay lang naman na, ano, in general na lang yung alamin nyo, ito mga to. Pero
Curious
sige.
sila. O sige, alamin natin. So far, as a group, ilan ba to? Ay, meron pa pala hindi nare-rate dito. Wait, lagyan natin ng formula. Ayan. So far, as a group, ilan kayo? I-count muna natin sila. Ilan kayo? 81 yung nag-respond. 81. And then, i-average natin. Ito hanggang dito. As a group, you are all ready. We can say na ready na kayo kasi you reach 80%. As a group, ha? 81 of you reach 80%. So that means mali. Sorry.
Nakatingin din talaga ako sa Excel sheet. As much as I wanna help, sa kabilang Excel sheet ako. I can't.
Okay. So, 6.5% ang failing rate. So, ibig sabihin, we can expect good things from you guys. As a group, ha, ang potential fail rate is only 6.5%. So, kung meron na magda-drop sa inyo or hindi na magtutuloy, that's because they chose not to or medyo hindi kinaya. Pero looking at it, it looks like mababa yung possibility na mag-drop kayo because you are all as a group are ready. So it's just a matter of us addressing kung ano yung mga weak areas niyo. Kasi dito, sa response niyo, alam na natin kung saan kayo medyo kailangan alalayan pa. Alright? Okay, so we still have 12 minutes. Meron ba kayo natutunan dito sa competencies assessment? Roll call tayo, kala nyo ha. Tanungin natin si Gio Santander. Gio, igalaw mo ang baso. Are you here?
Yes,
Gio
Coach.
Douglas.
Hello, Coach. Good evening.
Ayan, okay, go. Ano, may natutunan ka ba so far? Sa skills, sa competencies assessment, naintindihan mo ba siya?
Opo, Coach. Especially yung sa clarity and spoken English. Kasi
Okay.
actually, Coach, diyan ako mahina sa spoken English kasi hindi naman ako sanay sa kumbaga yung natural environment ko, Coach, is more on Tagalog.
Okay.
Kasi Coach, entrepreneur kasi ko. So yung mga naging kasama ko is mga Tagalog talaga, hindi sila masyado sa English.
Okay. Alright, so entrepreneur ka, so that means you have businesses or?
Yes po, Coach. Meron kaming poultry business po dito sa probinsya namin.
Oh,
Saan ang
perfect.
probinsya mo, Gio?
Quezon Province po, Atimonan. Atimonan, Quezon po.
Hello, Ate Monan!
Oo, diba? May nakarating na tayo ng Atimonan, Mi.
Yes.
Ayan. May follow-up question lang ako kay Gio. Why are you here?
Andito po ako, Coach, kasi para madagdagan yung knowledge ko. Kasi medyo matagal akong, nawala ako ng matagal sa parang tawag natin, corporate. Para hindi ako yung mas stagnant. Kasi since 2016 po ako nagbi-business. So ngayon, napag-isip-isip ko, since tinamaan kami ng pandemic, nag-isip-isip ako na na pumasok ulit, bumalik
Mm-mm.
para kumbaga makabawi, ganun. And actually meron kaming pinuput up na parang perfume brand. So naisip namin actually yung ate ko andito rin. So naisip namin na mag-enroll dito para kasi sa tingin namin marami pa kaming hindi alam when it
Mhm.
comes to this industry. Para din sa amin matulungan din yung sarili namin na kumbaga what if makabalik kami, edi magkakaroon ulit kami ng pampuhunan just in case. Ganun po,
I see.
coach.
Alright, perfect. Thank you, Gio, for
Yes po,
sharing.
coach. Thank you po.
Ayan. Si Leia. Leia, move the glass.
Leia?
Leia, iparamdam mo sa amin ang presensya mo mula sa kabilang dimensyon. Wala si Leia.
Ay, ayan na naman. Mamaya, pag nag-kick na naman ako ng mga tao, sasabihin, may screenshot sila ng dito sila naka-raise ang charot lang. Nung day one kasi, sabi ko, ayoko ng mga hindi nasagot kagad magki-kick tayo. Eh, napasobra yata yung kick ko. Naka-raise
Hello?
naman ko. Ayan na. Oh,
Ayan na, bumalik na siya sa ating mundo. Go.
Hi, sorry po. Ayaw po gumana ng mic ko.
Ayan, go
Okay lang.
lang.
With learnings, yes, I've learned quite a lot from Coach Yap. And I'm actually really torn applying for being a BA because I've really no idea what is niche, what is a portfolio, and all that. So I'm learning quite a lot from this session. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Leia. And hopefully this session and the future sessions then will help you further into your freelancing journey. I can hear you are a well-spoken person. Ba't ako gumagaya ng English?
Oh my God.
Ayun.
Sabi
Ayun,
ko, practice sila ng English.
Ayan, okay naman. We can hear. Actually, guys, kahit hindi kami marunong mag-English, we can tell if you can communicate well or not. So, huwag kayo mahihiya kung halimbawa napatawag kayo sa recitation kagaya nito tapos nahihiya kayo magsalita, ganyan. It's part of the training, it's part of the experience because sooner or later you will be interacting with people you work with, especially with your client, and there will be a lot of talking involved. And kung hindi natin napapractice yon na nakikipag-usap tayo, medyo maaalangan sa atin si client na i-keep tayo because we are not very communicative. All right. And Louis James Bilolo, go ahead. Any learnings, any takeaways
Hello
from
po.
our
Good
assessment?
evening. Hello
Ganda
po,
ng
good
mga
evening.
boses. Ang ganda ng mga speaking voice, no?
Kaya nga, planchado ko pa naman sa picture mo, Louie.
Ano po ba?
Joke lang. Sige, go ahead.
For the learnings po, yes, actually marami. And while taking yung questionnaires, maraming realizations, no? Na, okay, even though parang previously po kasi nasa tawag dito, corporate world.
Mhm.
So,
And anong work mo sa corporate world?
systems analyst po.
Ooh.
Uy! Sarap!
Ayun. Hindi po siya masarap. Makakalbo ka dun. Ayun. So, ayun. And I decided to, work from, I decided na talaga na to, parang to switch from corpo to freelance kasi hassle po talaga yung commute every time going to Pasig. So ayun. Tapos yung learnings, ayun po, marami akong na-realize dito. So, I believe it adds up yung, syempre yung confidence din at saka yung perseverance or yung pag-pursue sa sa freelancing, doing this training po, doing or attending this training po. So, ayun po. Marami pa akong kailangan ding alamin, even though siguro advantage yung nasa computer industry, pero syempre not parang hindi lahat naman ng alam ko pa. So ayan, tulad po nila sir na nagsalita kanina. So pare-parehas po tayong mag-start from, so not zero, pero at least we're starting na, parang moving forward.
Mhm. Okay,
Love that.
perfect. Thank you, Louie.
Kung sinabi niyang Pasig, ang dami kong naalala, masasayang alaala sa Pasig.
Gusto mong pag-usapan dito eh.
Hindi naman. Kinento ko lang na marami akong... Lagi kami dun magkakasama ng mga friends ko sa nung Ortigas pa ako.
Magiging 10-hour session to me kung gusto mong pag-usapan niyo. Oh, last one. Rachel Suarez, last one, sige. And then we'll continue with the rest of you tomorrow. Rachel, are you here?
Rachel?
Tatawag na ba kami ng espiritista, Rachel? Wala si Rachel, baka kumakain siya. Well, okay.
Nagsalang na ng labahin siguro.
Saan lang labahin? Okay,
Hello po. I'm sorry po.
go lang, Rachel. Ayan. Welcome back to Earth. Go ahead.
Hello po, Coach. Learning ko po dito ay madami na po. Since day one, natuto po ako gumamit ng Google Calendar, how to manage my emails, and ano pa po? Building my self-confidence po na unti-unti na pong nabibuild ni Mama Mary.
Alam mo, nung nag-hesitate siya nung bago niya imikin, alam ko nang imikin niya Mama Mary na lang. Ayan na naman tayo sa Mama Mary, di naman religious.
From Gidgam po na sanay po ako kay Bokal.
Ito talaga si Mama Binet. Sa bagay, Mama Binet kasi tawag sa kanya.
Yes po.
Kaya mo yan. Kung confidence lang. Kaya lang, di ba sabi nga, it should come from within.
Yes. Because one thing that you need to learn, ito sinishare ko, sinasabi ko to sa mga nagtatanong sa akin, how to start ganyan. Sabi ko kasi, learning is not always a one-way street. There's always two sides of it. The learning can be divided into two ways. One is your technical aspect, and the other one is your internal aspect. When we say technical, this is it. Ito, skills, knowledge, everything. And then, one part of it is internal learning. Internal learning is when you truly understand yourself and you try to develop inward. So development is both outward and inward. Inward is you work on yourself. If you are someone who's very shy, mahiyain, nauutal, hindi makapag-express, it cannot be improved regardless of the amount of skills na kumbaga tinake mo, na natutunan mo. You can learn, kahit sabihin mo nakakapag web development ka na alam mo lahat ng coding language, it doesn't matter if you are not doing the internal counterpart, yung inward development. Because your skills will only be as good as what you say it. If you cannot express it, then it's no value to anyone. So kapag nahihirapan tayo sa part natin, confidence mababa, self-esteem mababa, while you work on your skills, we also have to work on it as well for ourselves. So yun lang yung take ko doon. Ayan. Sana nakatulong yung explanation ko doon. Ayan.
Explanation. May questions si April kung June VIP ka. Bali natapos ko na yung revamp last year, pwede na ba ako mag-application book? Yes. Okay, di ko na i-share yan dahil naka-live ako. Okay. But I'm glad that you are back on track, April. And yes, ituloy mo yan at as in ituloy mo isagad mo hanggang dulo. Yan.
Yes. Finish what you started.
Mm-mm. O kaya finish
So-
or not finish, pass your papers.
So, ayan mga mare, mga kumpare. So, thank you so much for joining us tonight for our 2-hour session and all about freelancing fundamentals and basics. And sinamahan natin siya ng competencies and readiness assessment. I will be seeing you tomorrow sa same time, same channel para naman sa